So it is a Saturday morning and I haven't done a lot yet. I've been watching the Squid Games, which I know everybody's been watching at the moment. And I thought it'd be a good time for me to talk to you about one of the biggest problems people have with training and working out, which is getting yourself there. So I wanted to share with you a mindset change that I've learned and how I get myself from being on the couch, being in bed, not doing a lot, to getting to the gym and getting on with things. So I haven't actually even got ready yet today. I've spent the morning writing down my answer to this question because I think it's a big problem. I've called upon a lot of the research that I've done and I do think I have an answer that is going to be really, really useful for a lot of you out there. So stick around, I'm going to get myself sorted and we'll dive straight into it. If you appreciate the effort that I've gone to writing all this down, then please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. This is almost a professional setup now, isn't it? Right, first things first, let's look at why you wouldn't want to go to the gym in the first place. Now, it's quite an easy question to answer, and it's summed up quite well by Jordan Peterson himself when he looks at people not wanting to go out and take on the day. I mean, life itself is challenging. Difficulties get thrown our way, there's responsibilities, there's things that impact our lives that we don't have control over, and therefore staying in general, sitting on the sofa, staying in bed, is a sensible choice from, I guess, a survival point of view. And why would you want to go outside of your comfort zone when within your comfort zone there is no danger, there is no stress? And that's what people wrongly associate the gym with, is the stress, the pain and the difficulty. So the logical question is then, why would you want to go to the gym? Now, as a beginner, that is a difficult question to answer because the rewards and the benefits and where you want to be can seem so far away, and therefore the stress and the pain versus the reward of going to the gym can be so imbalanced to start off with that it can seem unsustainable, and when you don't see results immediately, that's then why people stop going, or they maybe go for a week or two and then it plummets and they don't bother going anymore because they haven't got to where they want to get to, and all they can associate with the gym is the stress, the pain and the difficulty. So here I'm going to talk about a simple mindset shift that's going to hopefully encourage you to be able to challenge that voice in your head and get yourself to the gym more often than not. Step one, the first thing that you need to do is actually listen to that voice in your head. Now obviously that voice in your head is saying, I can't be bothered, I don't want to go to the gym, stay in, don't go out. But you need to actually listen as to why your voice is saying that. So ask yourself why. Why is it you are telling yourself that you can't be bothered? Is it because you're a beginner and you don't want to go to the gym and be laughed at? Is it because you don't see the benefit, as in you don't actually know what your goal is and where you want to get to? Or is it because, like me recently, you say missing one session isn't going to hurt that much? So once you understand what your voice in your head is actually saying, you can then come up with a counter argument and challenge it and then win. So what we're now left with is a negotiation, a conscious negotiation where you can now come up with a counter argument and an answer and win that battle with the voice in your head. So let's take the answer that your voice is telling you, I don't want to go, but the real reason is because you don't know what you're doing. You can do some research, you can find out the answer, you can come up with a plan, you can buy workout plans, you can do all these different things, you can get a trainer, and therefore you have an answer to the voice in your head. And that's then going to be half the battle won to get yourself there. Now there's a clear difference between successful people and unsuccessful people, and it can be summarized in one word, and that one word is discipline. And discipline is basically not giving in to that voice in your head, because there is going to be plenty of times when you could quite easily listen to that scared voice in your head and not do the things that are going to get you to where you want to be. And so the discipline is making sure that you have your counter argument against that voice and you don't give in. You don't give in to that voice, because as soon as you give in to that voice, walking away and not doing something is therefore then an option for you, and that makes negotiating with your voice in the future so much harder. Now I often get asked, how do you stay motivated? And if I'm off to the gym at a silly time, or I come back from work and I'm tired and I still get myself to the gym, not saying I'm perfect at all, but people often say to me, how do you stay motivated? And the answer is that I don't stay motivated. What I am is I'm committed. So I'm committed to the gym, I'm committed to staying healthy, I'm committed to reaching my goals. And it's the discipline that keeps me committed, that then keeps me motivated. And you know, there's some days where that voice in my head agrees with me and it doesn't want to encourage me to stay on the sofa, it doesn't want to encourage me to stay in bed. And on those days, I would say I'm motivated. Everything's working as it should, and that, you know, I want to do the things that I know are good for me. And those days I'm motivated, but I'm not always motivated. Now, being committed and disciplined isn't just down to getting yourself to the gym, because being committed and disciplined is a mindset that you can't just turn on and off. It's like a muscle that you have to exercise and you have to work on. It takes practice to negotiate with the voice in your head and to win that negotiation, which is why you often hear motivational videos of getting yourself to the gym and they start talking about making your bed in the morning and having a cold shower and all these different things, because it's exercising the muscle of winning that negotiation with the voice in your head and avoiding giving in at any point. Because as soon as you give in to not making your bed in the morning, that means that when it comes to a decision later on in the day, like going to the gym, you're more likely to give in to that voice because you've already done it previously in the day. Being committed and being disciplined is a mindset shift, and as soon as you manage to win and negotiate and win that negotiation with the voice in your head, you'll find it much easier to get yourself off the sofa, get yourself out of bed and go to the gym even when you don't want to go, even when you are not motivated. Okay, so in summary, the mindset shift is to first listen to what your voice is saying, to understand, so you can then negotiate by coming up with the counter argument to what it is your voice is actually telling you in your head, so that you can then be prepared to win that negotiation in the future. And remember, it's something that needs practice. You're not going to be able to just all of a sudden turn it on and be disciplined straight away. It's something that you need to work on and focus on. The battle does get easier. Eventually, the voice in your head will be persuaded to come around to your way of thinking, and a habit is then formed. And a habit is when the voice in your head is in agreement with you. So instead of fighting to keep you at home and to not get you to the gym, your voice is actually going to be fighting to get you to the gym because it will want to go there. Now, I can't take full credit for the content really in this video and everything that's been said, because the research and the thinking has essentially been done by two people, which is Jordan Peterson, Professor Jordan Peterson that is, and Professor Steve Peters. Jordan Peterson is an unbelievable thing, you've probably heard of him, and he has some unbelievable stuff. Great book as well. So 12 Rules of Life is his book. Definitely go and check it out. I can link it in the description. And Professor Steve Peters, a great book that he's written called Chimp Paradox, which again I'll link in the description. That is a great book to read to understand more about the voice in your head and then negotiation. So I've taken their concepts and their research and their thinking and put it into this video. So I hope you have found it useful and you can apply it to getting yourself to the gym and getting towards your goals. I hope it has been helpful and useful for you. And you know, if you appreciate it, then please subscribe to the channel and also give the video a like. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.